What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex. In this video, we have to go over a pretty big rumor regarding Sims 5. Now, some of these things are like legitimately happening, and then there's kind of the stretch to say, okay, is Sims 5 actually canceled? And that is the allegations here on this video that we're going to talk about. So I saw this on Reddit, and you could say, okay, we'll take it with a grain of salt. It's a person that was actually laid off. So it was putting in, I believe, like their job history, and they simply put like Sims 5 being canceled. We'll kind of walk through that. And the question is, are they actually talking about Sims 5? Are they talking about Project Renee, right? Which there's been some back and forth of, was that ever actually Sims 5? Or was that some always designed as maybe some like spin-off type title? And that's really the line where you got to have to decide that, because I think one of the two might have actually been canceled. So like I said, comes from Reddit. So the Sims 5 canceled. There's a rumor going around that something labeled as The Sims 5 was canceled recently. This is connected to the recent layoffs of employees. No idea if it's Project Renee or a different project called Sims 5 that was canceled. Also, developers from Project Renee are starting to move to Sims 4. And then you see the image and you see this person's credits, and the very first one, The Sims 5, Unreal Engine 5 for PS5, canceled. And you got, Hogwarts Legacy in there. You got Transformers, so on and so on. So this person gets around, it seems like. But, they flat out put The Sims 5, right? Flat out just Sims 5. There's no Project Renee. I didn't find, maybe it was like on Twitter, and maybe there was other people saying, hey, I got moved. I didn't see to that part of the rumor that people from that team were moving over. See, that actually, I think, is the most important part, because you can debate Sims 5 all day long, but then if you also see, okay, it's not just one person, there's all these other people that were once working on one thing, now they're working on another thing, that would spell trouble for it. Kind of like a blanket statement, at least from me, in regards to Sims, like, we got to get moving. And it's not to say rush it in any way, but you got to give us a Sims 5. You look at Sims 4, and look, I'm not like super into it, but I do kind of keep an eye, and I here and there, I'll watch some of like the Sims community over on YouTube, and I don't think it's the happiest place of all time. I think they've made a lot of mistakes. I've talked about, like, Sims 2 was my game. Sims 2, I put in hundreds, if not thousands, of hours into Sims 2. I think Sims 3 improved a lot of things, but Sims 2 will always just kind of be more special to me. And then you got Sims 4, which I think they backtracked on a lot. So, I've talked about the other Life Sim games, the Life by Use, which was also canceled. But, some of the other ones that are still in the works, there should be pressure. There should be pressure on EA to get this thing right. But I will say, you don't get it right by canceling it. That's the scary thing to me, where it's like, I want there to be pressure on them. I want them to feel like, okay, we have to make a good product because everybody else around us is making good products. You can't do that if you canceled Sims 5. So, right now, kind of on like a wait and see, I guess, kind of situation. I really hope it's not Sims 5, like legitimately. But then again, this Project Renee, you have to then draw a line and say, well, was that Sims 5 the whole time? And to be honest, it felt like it always was, at least to me. I saw many articles, many tweets, many everybody's talking about it as if it was The Sims 5. Maybe they were all wrong. Maybe it was things that I just wasn't looking at, on social media, and that could absolutely be true. But from what I've seen, leading into it, I always thought that was Sims 5. So that would not be ideal. And that also would not be a game I would imagine EA would want to cancel. Like, for as bad as Sims, I think, has gotten, and as upsets the fandom that it has, it still makes a boat, It's a boatload of money. It makes a heavy profit for them. So to cancel the fifth one would just kind of be weird to me. But you let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.